thank you so much for making time for me to do this interview, because as we speak, very, very busy time, because big show coming up, or big shows coming up, with one of the greatest dancers, performers to ever step foot on a stage coming to Toronto, but in a very unique way. What is the show or shows all about?
Okay, well, Michael Baryshnikov is, of course, known for the world as being one of the greatest dancers of our time. But he will not be dancing. The show called BRODSKY Baryshnikov, it is the theater piece. And Mr. Baryshnikov acts in it. The uniqueness of this particular show, because he's done a few roles and he worked with on a few productions with Bob Wilson and other great directors, and he's been doing a theater for quite a bit, as well as starring in Sex and the City, which also everybody knows. This particular piece, it is unique, like you said. He's been a great and very close friend with Joseph Brodsky, who, as we know, a poet, a Nobel laureate who was expelled from the Soviet Union back in the years. And they met in New York 2 years after Baryshnikov defected. He moved to New York, they met there, and they became a very, very close friend right until the very last day of great poet. This is the sort of tribute to Joseph Brodsky, but also it's a tribute to the friendship of the two greatest artists. One is the dancer, another one is the poet. So this production is based on Joseph Brodsky poetry, and it's told us through Michael Baryshnikov's vision of this.
How did we get so lucky to get this? Because before we started this interview, we were talking, it's been years since he's been here in Toronto. How did this all come about? I know you must have been working really hard behind the scenes.
That is absolutely true. We wanted to bring this production ever since it's premiered in Riga in 2015, and then I saw it in New York in March 2016, and of course that was something that struck me. And yeah, it wasn't easy. It took some time. 2 years? 2 years, but we're very, very lucky that the show is happening. And yes, we worked very hard on this.
Now, when we originally talked about this, originally the shows were sold out. There was, I think, either 2 or 3 shows, but additional shows were added to this.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Initially, we opened 4 shows. It's been sold out within basically a month or 2 months. Then we had an opportunity to add the 5th show, which is practically sold out within maybe 2 weeks or so, and we could have keep adding and adding and adding. And unfortunately, we don't have any more time because the tour starts in Boston, then moves here, then he goes to Chicago, so there's no days really to add more shows. However, I really do want to note the Toronto audience, okay, because and say bravo, because we didn't expect, of course it's Baryshnikov's names, right, but because of the project is so unique, it is required a certain level of preparation, let's say, to see this kind of show. So we're very proud of our Toronto audience.
What do you think is his staying power? I mean, I still remember him from the late 70s, early 80s. Back then, I mean, entertainment-wise, you couldn't say anything about ballet without his name being connected to it. He still has a strong following with new fans. What do you think it is?
It's what he's made of inside. It's not exactly, there's many extremely talented people out there who can dance or who can play or who can write. But your internal world that you're able to project to the external world, this is what makes a person a great or just a good professional. So I think this is This is one of the things. And he's very active. He has a Baryshnikov Arts Center in New York, which opened a few years back. And this is a platform for the new artists, for the new interesting projects to come to New York and show their work. So he's giving back a lot into the community of the artist and showing new things and helping others. And he's a great actor. He's a fantastic actor. He's really, really great actor.
Okay, so I just want to find out, are there tickets still available for this show? I know you've been mentioning about sold out, but you never know. Tickets could be, pop up or anything can happen.
Well, actually, as we speak, we're able to release some of the promotional tickets. So they are available at ticketmaster.ca right now. I hope they still are. I don't want to give the false information. However, there's a few holds which called like households or wheelchair holds that we're obliged to keep right up until the day off. So don't lose hope. Check the day off. Might be an opportunity to buy tickets the day of the show.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for doing this interview, but more importantly, thank you for bringing this show to Toronto, because as you mentioned earlier, there's only a few cities getting this, and we're one of the special ones to get this. So it's no wonder this is selling out so quickly. Thank you again for bringing this show to Toronto.
Thank you so much. Thank you for acknowledging this. It's very important for us. Thank you.